The victors valiant, the conquering heroes, and they call home the Big House. Bathed in maize and blue, welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on the winners of 10 straight, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Welcome to Ann Arbor and the Big House, home to one of the most storied programs in college football and the first one to win 1,000 games, the Michigan Wolverines. A Big Ten showdown is coming, conference implications aplenty that could resonate for the rest of the season. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Wolverines will kick it away first. And he's going to bring it out. And he loses the ball deep in his own end.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that. The head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
They'll go to the ground. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go with a direct snap. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. First down for this offense. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Power football with the run. And the Wolverines get enough for the first down. See that maize in blue, and you expect tough-minded, hard-nosed running attacks.
I expect big, physical, huge linemen that don't like people, that are going to move them out of the way and do just this, what we did right here. Move the sticks, get first downs on the ground. That's who Michigan is.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Touch pass on the run. Got a lot of running room. At the 20. Touchdown Wolverines. And they break the the seal on the scoring. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish with a 62-yard pass for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Quick handoff. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Caught over the middle. It's Wells.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Off the boot, looking for his man. That's caught. It's Andrews. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
And the Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. Trying to find his man on 1st down. He fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. He's going for it all. What a snag by the defense. He'll try to take it back. Smashes through. He's at the 30. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
I think everybody thinks when you say middle of the field safety, that's an easy responsibility. There's a lot of field in the middle, okay? I got to cover a lot of space. He does an unbelievable job covering space, breaking on the football, seeing the route, and going and getting the interception. Nice play by that safety.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Quarterback checking the play. Running back searching for a hole. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. On to attempt to try. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. The short hands, it's Wells. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. I bet it felt good to hit that quarterback late until you got an earful from the coach and cost your defense 15. So they'll get a fresh set of downs thanks to that roughing the passer penalty. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. They can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Unloads to the right. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Got some room to run. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Wolverines. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Wisconsin has the lead right now. Feels like Bucky's been doing his share of push-ups, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over Tennessee. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates we'll see in here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great, and as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, that's one that good coverage.
Give to the running back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
He's going to pass. He's got the tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. On second down, wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Got it. Touchdown, North Carolina. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first.
And that pass is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Pulls it and fires to the left. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
Wide out in motion. They'll leave it with him. They knock him down at the 21. It's a pickup of 5 yards on the play and enough for a first down.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
Wants to throw on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, UNC.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Feeling some heat. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the route. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple 1st downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. Trying to escape and get it himself. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Going for it all. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the middle. He's open on the right. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. He'll turn it loose out to the right. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Tar Heels will boot it away to start the 2nd half. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Can you help us out and put some points on the board?
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on second down. They're going to test the right side with this one. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward. Let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job. Nice execution. First down.
And the Wolverines are on the move. The give to the back.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Now they'll try the right side. Got room at the 35. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Michigan. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Wisconsin is currently trailing, but if this young star powers a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners Allen Amici and Ron Dane among the greats to play in Madison. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Tennessee. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Hines is way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
They'll go right back to the run. Shakes off the tackler. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
This running back just doesn't go down easily. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. They're setting up the screen. On the move at the 30. The expressway is wide open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Perfect play call against the perfect defense. They came with a blitz, and the offense had this screen pass called at the right time. Running back gets it in his hands. He's got linemen out in front, getting hats on hats. You can't do it any better than that.
Finds his big tight end. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
This defense is flying around with bad intentions. How about the stick the defender just laid on the tight end?
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. They'll throw it on first down. He's got it on the move. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are. And they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Quick pass on the jet motion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Third down play from the gun. Fires into the end zone. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Turnover margin always goes such a long way in deciding who wins the football game. Interception number 3, that is no bueno. Got to take care of the football. Can't keep putting your defense in a bad position, putting them on the field time and time again.
They'll give it to the back. Very useful run there to get away from the goal line. He'll pick up 4 out to the 6. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Fast motion from the offense. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And guys, they're not going to give up on picking up the first down, but they also need some breathing room for the punter. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Wolverines decide to punt it away. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the middle mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. He'll set up to throw. Unleashes one deep. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. For the third straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the right. For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Runs through the tackle. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He rifles one deep to the left. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Wolverines will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. All the way back to the 15. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it. If you're going to be a great player, you've got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. And that is his fifth interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
And how easy was that? There's so much speed on the field in college football, and you get me lined up, and I'm trying to play coverage, and then all of a sudden that guy flies across the formation, and now everybody on the defense has to adjust. They didn't adjust quick enough, and he easily picks up a good chunk of yards. The offense has really got good game plans to get guys to the ball in space.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? And by going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverine. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the fourth quarter and close in on 11 straight victories. And the extra point is good. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to run it back. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try. He'll take a deep shot here. Snatches it on the right. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. He wants to throw. Shoots it to the left. And he throws another interception. Trying to take it back. Inside the 30. 10. Touchdown, Michigan. How about that D coming up with a play like that? You can see it on the sideline. They built a comfortable fourth quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Wisconsin is in trouble right now, and unless something changes, this is the type of day that can crush morale. Not Bucky's finest day at the office. They're trailing by 21 to Tennessee. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's going up top here late in the game. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. to the ground with the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? The offense will quickly use a timeout. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were...
And they got him for the sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. One more play to pad the stats. They'll throw it on first down. Pressure coming. Hit as he throws. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is complete. Just complete and utter dominance, and this one outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
Man, that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan meat face, ball game over.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.